DISC for Teams. This is one of our most successful recent programs. And although I discovered myself DISC psychometric profiling at least 10 years ago, it was only at the end of 2012 that I created the DISC for Teams program. Let me tell you about a recent client who came with a team who were working brilliantly on their own, but they seemed to have lost their sense of common purpose, and he wanted to have a top performing team. So what we do in our DISC for Teams program is we combine the individual benefits for the individual and benefits for the team. And how we do that is we start off with an individual profile for each member of the team, and then we have an individual one-to-one debrief. And that's not a skimpy thing, that's an in-depth debrief, so that they really understand the system and they understand their own strengths and their own areas of development and what they can learn about motivating and communicating with people who have other preferences to their own. In the workshop, and then as well as this debrief, we go into a team workshop. And in the workshop, we do all kinds of activities depending on what the leader has chosen as an outcome for that particular session. But the main thing about the workshop is we make sure that the system is understood, the DISC system. We also make sure that everybody knows what everybody else's DISC preferences are. And we also make sure that we look at action going forward. Now, the results from that particular intervention were fantastic. The manager was extremely pleased. The group started to plan things together. They started to work so much better together, and started looking at things they could even do outside the workplace together. So he found that the results he wanted were well exceeded, and he's recommended us to several of his colleagues.